Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I've just been so excited to tell you about daily habits and routines that I feel like have really just changed my life, to be completely honest, and made me healthier and happier and everything like that. So that's why I knew I wanted to share them with you guys. Clearly we have a guest, my golden retriever Brody, who is just attached at his mama's hip, aren't you? So he's snuggling with us today. And I'll let you know right now that I'm not going to tell you to drink more water because that's just like overdone, right? We all know how important drinking water is. So let's jump right into it. Number one, this habit has helped a lot. I'm not perfect at this. I'm definitely still working on it, struggling with it sometimes, but I noticed such a difference, so I knew I had to share with you guys. Number one, staying off my phone for at least the first 30 minutes when I wake up. And I'm reading off my notes right here. So I think why I can do this on days that I do is I wake up and I don't check my phone because you don't want to start your day with being reactive, and the whole rest of the day you feel like you're sort of out of control. And so I think what helps me is Brody right here, because once I wake up we'll go for a walk right away, and that keeps me off my phone. I leave my phone here and we have a nice walk, and that way I am not on my phone. I'm not feeling overwhelmed by stuff I want to get done for the day. I'm not comparing myself on social media. If you start off your day not on your phone, I promise you will feel so much better. Like, just try it and let me know how you feel. My goal for this video is maybe for you to try some of these, see if they work for you, or if you're like, oh my gosh, Gretchen, I have this really good healthy habit routine that you should try, you can comment down below. Number two, again with the phone, I've just realized I've had literally a phone addiction, but putting my phone away an hour before I want to go to bed. This one's really tough, but I've noticed such a difference in being able to go to bed earlier. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's changed my life that I go to bed at 9 o'clock every day and I wake up at 5 a.m. because I don't, but I've definitely gotten better at going to bed earlier and getting up earlier. And that's because I put my phone away and I don't let myself go on it. It is just so much harder to fall asleep earlier if you're scrolling on your phone, if you have the lights on, if you're in like awake sort of day mode. So I swear whenever I put my phone away at 9, I'll be like asleep by 10, because then you start to realize, you look around and you're like, wait, it's dark out. It's kind of like dark in my apartment. I'm sleepy. When you're on your phone, it just keeps you awake. And let's talk about the phone addiction for a second, because I've realized how addicted I am to my phone. And it's so bad. Like, I'll just notice some days I'll be really busy filming all day, whatever it is, working on my computer, and I'll just want a moment of freedom where I can just sit on the couch and scroll mindlessly. And it's just so interesting that I crave that, and I've realized that your phone is so addicting, and I'll scroll forever and it feels like no time has passed, but an hour has passed. And so I just realized how dangerous my phone can be and sucking up my whole day and taking up so much of my time. So that's why if you can sort of get in control of your phone time and when you're putting it away, I think it will help so much. It's helped me tremendously. My next routine that's just supported my overall health and happiness, taking my vitamins when I wake up every day. If you guys didn't know, I take my vitamins from Care of. I just think it's quite literally one of the easiest things you could be doing to support your health. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to live to like 120 over here. So anyway, if you don't know what Care of is, basically you just take a 5-minute quiz and you talk about your diet, your health goals, your lifestyle, things like that. And it's gonna recommend what vitamins you should be taking every day. So your recommendations come in the mail looking just like this, and basically they're in daily individually wrapped packs, and so it just makes it so easy to get back onto a routine. Thank you so much, Care of, for working with me on this video. You guys know what a big fan I am of Care of vitamins. I've been taking them for literally years, and I think especially right now as the seasons change, it can be so important to get ahead and make sure you're taking care of your immune health. That's one of my specific health goals, is taking care of my immune system and also things like my energy level. So I can list on the screen right here the vitamins that I take every day. If you're curious, I can also list them in the description down below. But if you guys haven't tried out Care of vitamins before, I would totally recommend. And I know you can get 50% off with my code GG50 if you go to takecareof.com. Again, I will have them linked down below. And yeah, if you're like, the working out and the eating healthy is like really hard for me to sort of motivate myself to do and have the energy to do, vitamins are literally the easiest way to support your health. Number 4 is eating food that makes me feel good. You You guys are probably not shocked by this, but once I think I started to really wrap my head around this and figured out, like my senior year of college, it changed everything. If I focus on consuming food that literally makes me feel good, it gets a whole lot simpler. So in my notes, I have listening to your body, which I am totally a fan of. Like recently, I've really been loving superfood powders. They make me feel so good and have a lot of energy as well. And salads and veggies and fruits that make me feel so good. But also at the same time, listening to my body. If I'm eating just health food for a long time, I'm craving like the carbs and the burgers and the cinnamon rolls, which are also great. And like I just had Five Guys for dinner and I loved every second of it because that's like what my body was asking for and what I wanted. And I make my can of cinnamon rolls and it's so much fun. And I think to be really specific with you guys, this might sound crazy. You're gonna be like, Gretchen, you're losing me. If you think of your ideal self, so I can be like, okay, the ideal Gretchen in my mind, what do I want her to eat? I want her to be happy. I want her to be healthy. I want her to have fun. I want her to make chocolate chip cookies with the cookie dough she buys at the grocery store on a Saturday night for fun. But I also want her to prioritize her health and fuel her body with nutritious food. So the real pro tip is filling your fridge and your pantry with foods that you want your ideal self to be eating. Like if you know you don't want to consume the pack of Oreos, just don't buy them, don't have them in your pantry because it's too tempting. Recently, I feel like I've had just a variety of fruits and veggies in my fridge. I've had beets and celery and all sorts of lettuces for salads and grain bowls, and it's made it so much easier, you guys, because I've had so many options for amazing fuel. I want ideal Gretchen to be balanced and healthy and happy and living her best life, you know? And I want that for you guys too. Number 5 is a habit that is oddly specific for me, so I don't know if this will help you guys, but this is sort of a sore throat remedy. I felt like by the end of college I was dealing with a chronic sore throat for years and I didn't know what to do to help it. The camera is rolling. Oddly specific to me, mouthwash. But the reason that this quite literally has helped my health so much and been such a good habit for me to do after I brush my teeth every night is because of the antibacterial aspect of it, I suppose you could call it, and killing 99.9% of germs. Because also by the end of college, if you guys remember, I was getting strep throat like twice a month. It was craziness and I just felt like I always had a sore throat that I was dealing with and developing and nothing could really help it. And I remember my dad always recommending that I use like an antibacterial mouthwash and gargle it in my throat and sort of keep me from getting sick if I was like killing the germs back there. And let me tell you, it's helped so much. Whenever I start to feel like I'm getting a tickle in my throat or maybe my throat's a little red, and I'll make sure I'm using this every night, I just feel like it prevents me from getting sick. I'm not a doctor. I don't know if this is factual. Maybe it's just in my head. Maybe it's a placebo that me using it is, I'm telling myself I'm not getting sick. I don't know, but I swear that's a healthy habit that's helped me a lot. Along with mouthwash, this is reminding me, flossing, just do it. Just, you're old enough by now, you should know that you have to floss every day. I floss every single day since I think in high school when I decided I wanted to be an orthodontist. Obviously not an orthodontist right now, maybe in another life. I mean, flossing is just so good too. I digress. Okay, number 6 is, I don't know if it's a habit or routine, but just sort of something that I know has changed my life, which is knowing what I want. Now this might sound weird, but I had a conversation with my twin sister Lucy recently, and it just sort of solidified the thought in my head that I feel like a lot of us don't actually know what we want. I think a lot of us know things that we don't want, but I think it's that much harder to sort of push yourself to be like, okay, well, what do I want instead? Because I remember I was talking with Lucy, and you know, I'm sure you guys could easily rattle off things right now in your life that aren't the way that you want them. Like maybe you're just not where you want to be in life, or your job or your car or whatever it is. And I asked Lucy, I said, okay, tell me what your dream job is. If you could have one job in the whole world, like what would it be? And she was like, you know what? I don't know. I think that's something I'm really good at. I'm very like clear and specific with what I want. I think I've been that way for a while, but I also think I've improved on it. I think a part of the reason why I am where I am today is because I've always known what I want and where I'm going. And I could tell you things that I don't want and things that I don't like, but I also could tell you the flip side of like what I do want and what I'm working towards, if that makes sense. I think if you can be really specific on your goals and where you do want to be and what you want and how you're gonna get there, it will really help change your mindset, and you may see doors open that you always wish would open. Okay, number 7 is also a mindset sort of thing, but this really did change everything when I first heard this, the you get to blank mindset. So in my mind, it goes like this: I don't have to work out. It's not something that I should do that I don't want to do. I think of it like this. And if I ever catch myself in a situation where I'm feeling lazy or uninspired or just sort of down, I push myself to think in this mindset. I don't have to work out. It's not something I feel obligated to do necessarily. It's just something that I get to do. Like, I get to wake up in the morning and I get to prioritize my health and my well-being, and I get to prioritize time with myself and working out for myself to feel like the best version of myself, that ideal Gretchen like I was talking about. Even things that you don't like to do, right? Like, maybe I don't want to clean my apartment, but I get to clean my apartment, to be present in my environment that makes me feel good without clutter everywhere. My mind isn't cluttered, and I can be a little bit more carefree. I can be a little less stressed. I can think back, like in high school, maybe there's some things I didn't want to do to help my parents out, like chores or something. But it's not like, well, I mean, you probably do have to. Your parents will be upset with you if you don't. But you get to do that. You get to show them that you love them and you care about them and you prioritize your family and you prioritize a happy, healthy, clean household. Those are just examples. But if you ever catch yourself down, feeling bad for yourself, or not feeling motivated, tell yourself, like, look in the mirror and say, I get to do this. This is something I'm able to do, and it might help you. Number 8 is also oddly specific. Wearing blue light glasses during the day when I'm on my computer all day, when I'm on my phone working, has been a habit that has helped me seriously so much, you guys. These are from Felix Gray. This is just like a light pink pair I have that's fun. And basically these just filter out blue light, which can be just really damaging to your eyes. I've noticed such a difference in my eyes not feeling as dry and tired. I notice I also sleep a lot better if I wear these during the day or right before I go to bed, if I'm on any screens, anything like that. And also these just help a lot with not getting headaches from being on my computer all day. Number 9 is a habit that's helped me a lot. It sort of has to do with my circadian rhythm, I guess you could say. And it's opening my curtains to let natural light in, like they are right now in front of me. It helps me have energy, stay awake during the day, sort of like keep my clock in check. And I think it can be really hard in times like right now. Daylight savings hit me so hard this year. I don't know about you guys. I felt like I was having dinner at 5 p.m. and I just could not stay up that much later because it was getting dark so early. It really messed with me. So having the curtains open, letting light in, especially in the morning, it helps me wake up so much if I leave the curtains open at night, or if you have sort of like sheer curtains. I need the light in the morning. I cannot do the blackout curtains. I will sleep till 1 p.m. Also, the flip side of this is having your home be dark when it's nighttime and you're trying to wind down. Max literally taught me this recently. I was having all the recessed lighting on everywhere in our apartment all day long, all through the night, and it would be dark out, but it would feel like daytime in here. So I felt like I was going to bed later. I didn't like it. I was having my phone out, so I needed to get the phone away an hour before I was going to bed. And we turn off all the recessed really bright lighting, and we'll have just nice little dim lamps on, and it definitely changes the whole mood, the whole vibe. It makes you calm down, relax, and sort of just wind down and get ready for bed. So it sounds weird how lighting can just impact your mood and your mindset so much, but I swear it helps a lot. And that also sort of goes with consistent sleep schedule, which I don't even know if I can speak to. I know that is a very healthy habit and routine, and you will just be healthier overall as a person and happier if you have a consistent sleep schedule. Brody's back! By the way, if you're how I used to be, thinking that you don't need to sleep, in high school I think I would get like 4 hours of sleep every night and thought I could just conquer the world and do it all. No, your sleep is so important. Obviously that impacts your health so much, so make sure you're getting enough sleep, please. And even if you can't be consistent with your sleep schedule, just make sure you're getting enough. Habit number 10, last one I have for you guys, but it is so important to me, is keeping the promises I've made to myself. I would say I'm generally pretty good at this because I'm pretty highly motivated, whether it's setting an alarm for 6 a.m. to do a workout, or sticking to a detox, or eating certain foods that I want to eat for a week. I'll do it because I tell myself I'm gonna do it and I promise it to myself. I remember reading this in a book that promises you make to your friends and your family, you should hold the promises you make to yourself to the same standard and keep them. Like, I'll write my to-do list for the day and I always get it all done. It's something that I never even worry about because I know deep down it'll get done. This makes me think of when I was in school and I had things to do. It's sort of a double-edged sword because it would allow me to procrastinate in a way. Like, if I have a to-do list, I know it will get done. I know I will complete a homework assignment. I'm not gonna let it not be done. But because of that, I think it would allow me to procrastinate, and I would be like, oh, I can do whatever I want right now. I can like hang out with friends or sort of whatever, because I know it'll get done. It'll just get done later, and maybe I'll stay up too late because I promised myself I would do it, and it's a priority in my life. Like, it will get done even if it's later than it should be. I have an innate sort of like internal deadline feeling, which can also be tough because I can always feel like I'm sort of behind. Like, once I accomplish something, I feel like I need to get something else done. Do you guys feel me? Are you guys like this too? But really what I'm trying to say, if you keep the promises you make to yourself, you are just gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel a lot more confident, and it's gonna sort of keep the momentum going, and you're just gonna keep accomplishing. Okay, bonus, because I was just thinking of it in my head, you guys. I think in the past 6 months, year really, I have been consuming a lot less alcohol. This might seem so random, but I really only have a drink on occasion. I think drinking a lot less has obviously impacted my health overall in a very positive way, since it's just really not good for you. And I obviously just felt like if I was hungover the day after, my productivity would go way down. And I just know my happiest, best, healthiest self is not consuming that much alcohol. So yeah, those are sort of the daily habits and healthy routines that I think have really changed my life and allowed me to be an even happier, healthier person. So I hope this video helped you guys, and that maybe you can try some of these out. And again, let me know down below if there are any healthy habits or tips you have for me. If any of these don't work for you, don't come for me. This is just what works for me personally. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.